Alright, this is the airplane, the simple airplane assignment. I'll go pretty quick, but you can pause and rewind, whatever you need to do to get it done. We start out always with a cube, so I'm going to delete it. I'll just hit the delete key and click delete as well. I'm going to go up to the add menu. It might be down here for you, sometimes it is, but go up to add, mesh, or you could do shift A, brings up this menu as well. And I'm going to add a cylinder. Okay, now if I click the middle mouse button and drag, I can scroll around it. I've got the buttons on the keypad. 1, if I hit 1 on the keypad, on the right side of the keyboard, not on the top, but on the right side, hit 1, it shows me the front view, 3 is the side view, and 7 is the top view. I'll refer to these quite a bit as I work through here. So I'm going to start on number 3, the side view. Okay, so hit number 3. I'm going to rotate it. So R on the keyboard, and then 90, and it rotates at 90 degrees. Then click. Okay, I've got it sideways. This is going to be the body of the airplane. So now I'm going to come get the scale tool down here. Sometimes, a lot of times I use the shortcut S for scale, but in this case I want to use this. It's a little bit easier because all I have to do is click this green thing and stretch it out. If I scaled it, I could do S and then Y, and it would scale only along the Y-axis. Same thing. So I'm going to bring it out about the same size as the grid. I'm going to hit 3 again. It takes me to the side. And now I'm going to go into edit mode. So I'll hit tab to go into edit mode. And that tab toggles between object mode and edit mode right here. So tab. Now, first thing I want to do is make a loop cut. So to do that over here, you have a tab over here. I don't. I'm going to upgrade my version hopefully soon. But yours should say Tools. Go to Tools, and this button, Loop, Cut, and Slide. Or the shortcut is Control R. When you hit Control R, you need to hover your mouse over the top of your cylinder, and it gives you that little purple line. Click it, and then it gives you the loop cut, but now you put it where you want. So I'm going to put it over here to the right, a ways, right there. And this right here is going to be the cone of the airplane. So let's just do that first. We'll add some other loop cuts later. Okay, I've got that one loop cut selected. I want to select this other one. So there's a few different ways to do that easily. The one way is to grab edge select. If I right click, I select only one little edge, but if I hold down Alt and click it, right click it, it selects the whole edge loop right there. So that's a good way to do it. The other way is a little more complicated, but it's useful in other ways. Let me just show you real quick. If I hit Z on the keyboard, it takes me to wireframe mode. That way I can select all the way through this cylinder. So I'll hit A to deselect, and I'm going to hit hold down Shift, middle mouse button to drag over here, so I'm on the end of this. And I'll even hit 3 to go to the side view. Now I'm in perspective view, right up here, perspective, and it's showing me so that the one side, the closer side of the cylinder is bigger and the other side is smaller, and that's why it looks kind of funny. If I hit 5 on my keyboard, my keypad, 5, it takes it out of perspective view and goes to orthographic, which makes it kind of 2D. There's no depth in this shot, and so it's easier to select that way. So I've got this line right here. I want to select the whole thing. If I hit B on the keyboard, that's called border select, and then I can click and drag and I select it, and that selected the whole edge loop. So that way was a little bit more complicated, but it's very useful for other reasons. Okay, so I can hit Z again to take it out of wireframe mode. Now that I've got that selected, however you selected it, I'm going to move my mouse up here and hit S to scale. And the reason I do that is because it gives me more room to scale this how I want. And I'm going to bring it down, and I can even bring it there, bring my mouse up again, scale again, and then I can finely tune it a little better. If I zoom in, that's pretty close. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I've got that in there. Another way to do that is this over on your tools, push-pull. So I could push-pull, kind of does the same thing. It's scales it. Okay, go back to my side view, 3. And looks kind of like a pencil, but we're on our way to making an airplane. So I need another loop cut. We'll make this look a little better later. Another loop cut. So Control R, or loop cut and slide over here. click when you see the purple, and then drag it. We're going to drag it back here a ways. This is going to be our tail fin, whatever you call it. Now I'm going to go to the top view 7, and I can't see it very well, so I'm going to hold down Shift and middle mouse drag. Now, as you can see, this x-axis line, y-axis, is right in the middle. There's two faces. There's not a face in the middle, and so I want to pull a tail wing out of this, straight up out of it. And so I'm actually going to grab 2, just because there's not one right in the middle. If I grab 1, it's going to be on kind of the side, which is not a big deal, but that's how I'm going to do it. So if I get my face select and select 1, and then hold down Shift and right click and select the other, I've got 2 selected. Now I can come out here and hit E to extrude and pull it straight up and click. Okay, E to extrude and pull it up. Now if you're using these extrude buttons, do extrude region. Actually, let me try. Extrude region, yeah, region. If you do extrude individual, it's going to extrude them individually, and then you got a pretty sweet tail fin, but it's not what we want. Okay, that extrudes them individually, separately. Okay, we want them together. So just hit E, and it avoids that problem. Okay, well that's kind of big, but I can always adjust it later if I go to the translate tool here and just grab my arrow, bring it down. Alright, so we got the tail fin now. Now I'm going to make some wings. So I need another edge loop, so Control R, click, and I'm actually going to put 2. One right here for the back of the wing, and another one, Control R, maybe one right here. I don't know exactly what planes look like, but close enough. Okay, so the start of the wing, end of the wing. Now I'm going to grab a face, so face select, and I'm going to grab one of these, and same problem here, there's not one right in the middle, so you could grab 2, but I'm just going to grab 1 actually. And it looks like if I go to my front view 1, oh that's back, Control 1 goes to the front, and you can see this line right here is right in the center, and so I'm going to pick the one right below it, so I'm going to come out here and select that one. Doesn't have to be perfect, and we can always try if we get a wrong one. It looks weird, but I've got that one selected for my wing. Now I'm going to extrude it, so hold down Shift. I just moved that over, holding down Shift and middle mouse button. Extrude. In fact, I'm going to go top view, E to extrude. I'm going to bring the wing out to there or so. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the other side, grab the face opposite, and do the same thing. 7 to go to the top view, E to extrude, and pull my wing out. Okay, now they're going down a little bit, but I can just use the translate tool and bring it up. If I go directly to the back on 1, actually I need to select this face and drag it up a little bit. Okay, we're not looking for perfection here, we're just learning a few things. Okay, and 2 more wings, the tail wings. I'm going to use the same line right there, and I'm going to extrude that out. And if I go up to the top, I can see how much it's extruding. That's pretty good. Go to the other side, extrude, and I've got all my wings extruded. Looks more like a bomb or a missile or something, but we will fix that. Okay, so that is somewhat of a plane. I mean, it looks starting to look like a plane. So I'm going to make a separate video to make some improvements, make it look a little bit more like a plane.